A week of some world-class diving, some really unique ecosystems, and the site of one of the bloodiest and brutal battles in the Pacific theater of World War II. And a year ago, I didn't even know this place existed. Located in Micronesia, about 500 miles east of the Philippines, sits the tiny archipelago of Palau. For the week, we set up home base in Palau's largest city, Koror. And during this week, we did and we saw so many things that I split this video up into 3 segments just to showcase the highlights of our trip. We stayed at the Palau Royal Resort. It's a 4-star hotel, sits in the harbor, and it has its own lagoon and marina for the dive boats. And these were nice accommodations, but as nice as they were, we would not be spending much time here because we had an aggressive agenda for the week. When we weren't diving, we would spend the majority of our time in or around Palau's rock islands. 最初カヤックの方向かいたいと思います。早く1時間ぐらいしていただいて、その他のお客さんはまた別のスノーケリングポイントに向かっていきたいと思います。Ground zero for tourism in Palau starts right here in the Rock Islands. They're composed of between 250 and 300 either limestone or coral uprisings in the Pacific Ocean. And if you're a fan of the show Survivor, they filmed season 10 right here in the Rock Islands. I'll admit it, snorkeling is not my favorite. And since I'm a diver, it's kind of lame actually. However, the water in Palau is crystal clear and it was so calm and the sea life was popping. So I had a really good time. If you're into the natural mud bath, organic, kind of stinky thing, you're going to like this next stop. And seemingly, a lot of people are into that. The milky white water that you see here, located in this shallow lagoon, is created by mineral-rich limestone mud. This limestone also makes this lagoon very salient, which makes for easy floating. Two, three. Smile. The place I really wanted to experience while in the Rock Islands is our next destination. Getting to Jellyfish Lake requires a short but steep hike from the pier that goes up and over a coral ridge. And this landlocked saltwater lake is filled with moon and golden jellyfish. But what makes them so unique is that these species in this lake have evolved in that they are virtually harmless to humans. They cannot sting you because they don't have any stingers. You know, I think at some point, each and every day, we got a good amount of rain, but we didn't care. Ngardmore Waterfall is the tallest in Palau. On what would be our last full day in Palau, I rented a car so we could explore farther out. Through Koror, onto the island of Babelthwap, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. The trailhead was our destination. When I signed in at the trailhead, I saw that we would be the first ones on the trail for that day, so I was pretty stoked about that. The hike to the waterfall treks through a muddy rainforest for about 3/4 of a mile. It gets steep in sections, but nothing crazy. We didn't see much wildlife out there. We did see a snake, so that was fun. And although we didn't see them, we heard a lot of monkeys around us. We're going to have to walk on that drainage pipe. Oh, you're right behind me. Ngardmore Falls. It's the tallest waterfall in Palau. Alright, we're behind the waterfall now. After we were finished playing at Ngardmore Waterfall, I knew we were pretty close to the presidential and capitol complex, so I wanted to check it out. You know where the president is from?
Where he's from?
America.
From America?
Yeah.
He's young.
Above all, we came to Palau to dive, and for its world-class diving and some of the best dive sites in the entire world. The German Channel, Oolong Channel, Blue Hole and Blue Corner. The harbor is littered with historic World War II shipwrecks like the famous Helmet Wreck and the Chuyo Mairu. Palau's pristine barrier reef, there's just too many to list. Our very first dive of the week was German Channel, and at depth, we knew we were in for a special week. Chandelier Cave is a one-off dive site. It provides a chance to submerge and ascend into 5 small, and I do mean small, chambers and bear witness of some stunning stalactites.
With this kind of shot, it's gonna be Oh yeah, and the water also. Limestone. No, but you dive in.
Yes, some of them.
We went twice.
But because we don't really cave dive, so
Yeah,
Be walking.
it's more of like.
no, there are a couple which we can go to because
Blue Corner was my favorite. It's a reef hook dive. Now we're there to enjoy the show at this very famous cleaning station, and we hook in so these very, very strong currents don't carry us away.
Tank advance in the Battle of Shooting Gallery Hill on Peleliu Island, gunning out Japs from every ridge. Jap with yardstick torpedo prepares to drop it on Marines below, and Yank sharpshooters drop in. With Tommy guns and grenades, Americans blast them from caves. Flame-throwing tanks blazing through what the Leathernecks call Death Valley. Marine Corps films show the fighting is desperate, though victory is near. General Rupertus's staff see the Stars and Stripes hoisted closer to Japan. Next flag raising, the Philippines.
The island of Peleliu is about 30 miles south of Koror. There is no road between the mainland and Peleliu, so an hour boat ride will get you there. Okay, fair warning here. If you're not into history, and specifically military history, the rest of this video just may not be your cup of tea.
I don't want to go too far in. The guy said it could collapse at any time. The guide told us that this is the remnants of the American cemetery here on Peleliu. There were 1,058 American soldiers, Marines buried here. At the request of the Palau people who are seemingly superstitious, those bodies were removed and interned, some in Arlington, some in Honolulu, and some in the American military cemetery in the Philippines.
What Americans had expected to be a 4-day battle, the Battle of Peleliu culminated in a costly 2-month bloody battle of attrition. In preparation for General MacArthur's planned invasion of the Philippines, seizing the Japanese airfield was the primary mission.
600 prisoners of war, and along with 400 locals for 6 months of detention.
Yeah, even in the history that I've read, they said it looks flat, but I really don't see how they missed this. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
That's just bad intel, I think.
yeah, bad intel and bad picture. Should have just take from above and take from the side, so be aware. There's another cave there, never been opened yet.
Second floor.
Ship, they just fly right that into the exhaust.
And what happened to this plane?
This was parked in the airfield.
Oh.
Some of the planes were ready to take off and it got shut down during the time of the bombardment and air raid attack. So it destroys 200 zero fighter plane and bomber planes.
The next phase of the battle moved towards Umabrugal Mountain, and unknown to the Americans at the time was that the Japanese had changed their tactical battle techniques.
These are not the bomb proof. These are built to be a quarter. Still have star on the back and a star on the turret and number at the back.
Oh yeah, I see the star. How many troops would this carry?
4. One driver, one loader, one commander on the turret, with his 30mm howitzer, and one flamethrower gunner at the back. But they ripped off that flamethrower.
How many people die here? So which way is Death Valley?
Down there, when you see the plug on the helmet, and when you look to your right, the hill here, and then hill here, and the center is a Death Valley.
So I'll be able to see at the center?
Yeah, when you go down the road, when you go down like this, and then right there, you see the Death Valley.
Okay, all right, thank you. Right here, right in this area.
Yeah, this right here. You have a hill. The hill is right here, and there's hills right there. And alongside of these hills has numerous cave all the way down to the north.
And they just crossfire.
Yeah, cross firing. And then center of this valley, some parts of the valley, they Japanese mine phosphate, and phosphate mine they drop to 200 to 300 feet into the earth.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and what the Japanese did on the this valley, they chopped down some trees and they lay on top of those phosphate mine. And what happens is they put the tarp and then put gravels just to make it look like it's a road. That's
Wow.
and then some of the LVTs and the tanks went inside those holes. That stuff, and they cross firing, killed a lot of Marines.
That's
why they call it Death Valley.
that's tragic.
But you would have had like a
So when we were up at Bloody Nose Ridge, looking down, I saw a field with like very little trees. Was that the main?
airfield.
That was.
Yeah,
That's the airfield.
that's the airfield.
Oh, I didn't see the strip.
Yeah, yeah, because you barely see the strip because all of the trees.
Where the commanders who radioed Sakura, was that on
On top of the hill, it's really
Bloody
far.
Nose?
Yeah, Bloody Nose, but all the way down.
okay.
Keep going.
Keeps going.
Yeah, goes down and then around. The big tunnels everywhere in here. It's one big labyrinth, really.
Gloves sitting here. There's something there. I don't know what that is.
Looks like a can of some sort.
Yeah. That's a glove, isn't it? Oh, a can. Let's get a glove.
Whoa.
Oh, right? You okay?
Yeah, I didn't hit it. It fell on me.
What was it?
The roof.
Oh, did it?
Yes. That must be an omen. Time to leave.
Yeah.
The Battle of Peleliu was extremely costly for both sides. The victorious Americans suffered around 2,000 dead and another 8,500 casualties.
Yeah.
The Japanese and their refusal to surrender was devastating, resulting in over 12,000 dead, and thousands of those remain here in unmarked graves or sealed in the caves that they once defended. For Palau, the time had come to say farewell. I will close with this. What started as a one-off bucket list adventure has soundly earned its place, in my rotation anyway. We'll be back, Palau.